Hey there, Tristan here from underneath a Subaru. Today we're looking at the exhaust. There was a YouTube short I did recently about Subaru's donut gasket, which is typically right about here. So that's a 60 mil restriction, or 2 3/8. And what it allows is movement. So this part of the exhaust, the downpipe, connects to the transmission and obviously to the turbo of the engine. So this part is always going to move with the engine. So under hard acceleration, there's a slight movement, and in order for that not to have a leverage effect on the rest of the exhaust and potentially form a crack, they put the donut gasket right about here. Now, that's a perfect solution for the stock exhaust system. But when we go to an aftermarket exhaust, unfortunately, what happens with many off-the-shelf companies is they don't know if you have the stock downpipe or an aftermarket downpipe, and they don't know if you have a stock catback or a aftermarket catback. So most aftermarket parts are usually done in 3-inch, but they both cater to the 60 millimeter donut gasket. So you can have a beautiful 3-inch downpipe tapering down only to rejoin a beautiful 3-inch catback. So in order to do that better, what we do with our downpipes is we get rid of that donut gasket altogether. We put a V-band here just so it still separates at the expected place, but we add in a flex pipe over here, and this allows it to do the exact same thing. So that leverage effect is canceled by the flex pipe. The longer the flex pipe, the more degrees of flex that can be handled by the exhaust. But this allows for a continuous 3-inch internal diameter all the way back. The multiple joins, honestly this section could have been less joins, but the more joins allow us to keep it as tucked as possible under the vehicle. We want this exhaust to really not suffer from the vehicle being lowered. So more joins allow us to do that. And then this is towards the front of the car. They're going on up. And then if we talk about how the wastegate joins the exhaust, we use a flat flange, just like the factory. Now there's the bell mouth style, which works pretty well. There's also the divorced style that doesn't work as well. In my opinion, the factory flange is the best. And the reason for that is because of Bernoulli's principle. So basically that fast flowing air at the place where that flange exists creates a low pressure point, which allows your wastegate to evacuate the overpressure before the turbo correctly. By plumbing the wastegate separately and trying to join slower flowing gases further down in the pipe, you actually have a much higher pressure when the gases slow down. And we have a lot of slowdown, partly because the gases are cooling, and that means that they're becoming more dense. So we have a huge stagnation after that turbo. So we do not want a downpipe that brings in exhaust gas to the downpipe, the wastegate exhaust gas to the downpipe further downstream. It's counterintuitive. It doesn't work very well. You end up with boost spiking and things like that. Obviously with the 3-inch exhaust, it does need a tune. The vehicle will want to try overboost, but with this style flange, it's actually pretty easy to control and bring back into proper spec so that your car's not overboosting under high load or cold weather. But yeah, just wanted to make a quick video showing how it's done the right way.